Hello and welcome to today's free trading video and market analysis. I'm your host, Kenny, Senior Research Analyst with the MiniAnalyst.com. First thing we're looking at here is the fact that the MACD is outperforming all of our other portfolios. 47% return in the last 20 days. We'll get to more of that in a second, but let's look at the market. Wow, what an impressive move we're having on this sixth day of February 2009 on a Friday. Very nice day. Just a explosive move higher from the open, trailing on higher and getting a follow-through explosive move into the close. The time is now 1:22 Eastern Standard Time, so we would like to see a continuation move into the close of this bullishness to confirm it in terms of price technicals. If we look at our intraday dynamics, our proprietary indications, the first thing we notice is going back to Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. First thing we notice is we do see a little bit of bearishness there in our primary indicator, but the first thing we notice is we had this nice bearish gap to the downside on Monday. What do we see here? A very nice positive divergence suggesting that this move probably wasn't going to hold and we were going to get some retracement, or it wouldn't necessarily break lower. That was in fact the case, and we did actually break above the trend for a little bit, but printed a head and shoulders and then followed through on that, but then closed higher off of the lows, at least in the upper echelon of the day's trading range for Monday. So it was a very impressive move. The bulls definitely wanting to keep control of that. We did actually see a switch in our secondary intraday indicator to the full bullishness. So we had triple bullishness right here at this top, and actually going into it around there, we did see the acceleration or deceleration of the bearish influence, acceleration of the bullish influence continue right there. So one could argue around 820, we definitely expected this move higher, and subsequently this move on Tuesday, because what do we have? More bullishness, actually confirmed bullish, 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 bullish for a quad bullish state there, albeit not particularly impressive. We did get the nice move higher into the day and followed through on Wednesday. Ran into a bit of trouble on Wednesday. We'll look at the daily chart of the cash and see why. Did run into some trouble on Wednesday, completely erased all the bullish gains and then some to close below the trend, although we did have full and extreme bullishness in this indicator. Did switch to bearish here, but on Wednesday the late session was full bullish for the entire day. The early session was full bullish right here, but did slide down a little bit of bearishness here in terms of price technical movement trend and our indications. We did get a little bit of follow through on Thursday morning, but just completely reversed that and broke above the trend and followed through and closed again in the upper echelon of the day's range. Didn't quite eclipse the 850 mark in terms of the E-mini S&P futures on that day, but as you can see, we did have an acceleration of bullishness in our underlying indicators, suggesting that we would get a continuation move to the upside. And what do we have here Friday? A continuation move to the upside. So 820 was the first indication that we were going to have bullishness. Came down to retest that, and now we stand around 870, close to 870 in the market, 50 points, and we'll call it 2 days. Having said that, we do still remain, we'll go ahead and just minimize that, do still remain officially bullish. We did, from an official market timing perspective, we are bullish, even though every particular indicator, actually this should read bullish. But so we definitely are short-term bullish and basing along just as we expected, right around the 800 level in the cash. We mentioned this would be our fulcrum if we got below 790. I believe we mentioned last week that we would take stock of where we were in terms of jumping the gun right here. We did go to bullish in a rare move after locking in almost 500 points in discretionary gains on the S&P cash market over about maybe a few months. We are basing here, and we did jump to the bullish state around 20 points higher. So we're still right around where our entry was in terms of our official market bias. Where are we here? Choppy, arguable short-term bearishness, just the no support from the intermediate term. So that should read neutral. Don't want to spend too much time on this. Intermediate term bullish, one could argue here. Sorry, we didn't actually update those, but definitely from a price technical perspective, we do expect this resistant support to continue to hold. Where are we now? At the very key level of 870. in terms of trend following support resistance. We really need, once we get above this, as you can see, we have not been confirmedly above this since well, a while. We'll just call it a long while. So we definitely need to get above this key 870 level, 870 900. Once we get above 900 again, we do expect to reach 1,000 in quick order, if not 1,100. Certainly 1,050. We're up in our targets a little bit. If we break back to the low side and this resistance does hold and we go below 800, same story holds true. We're going to go ahead and switch over and look at a couple nice trades. Got stopped out there. Beautiful trades in the EVO ES and some very nice trades in the EVO ER. Dow day trader in a nice long position. Yesterday, the ES day trader made a beautiful long trade, but we'll go ahead and switch over that now to where we've been. It's been a very choppy market. We've had some drawdowns. Now's a great time to get started. If any of you have been writing in, tell me when there's about a 20-30% drawdown. I want to get in at that time. I want to try to time your portfolios. This is certainly a good time to do that. I'm not sure what our gain was, but we now stand down 11% on the black over the last 20 days. So if you're interested in a portfolio, again, not sure where this peaked out on a high. You guys can go back and look at the records, but we're certainly down 11% now. You could start any of those portfolios. The Delta B has been the worst performer. Might want to stay away from that. From a relative strength perspective, the MAPDT has certainly outperformed, not only in the extremely favorable market conditions of last year, but certainly during the choppiness of the basing period that we've had over the last 6 to 8 weeks. So one would argue the MAPDT being a relative strength outperformer, certainly performing well with a 47% gain amidst most of our portfolios just essentially chopping around few bad ones, few mediocre, and one very impressive portfolio in the MAPDT original. Here are our gains today. On Friday, 13% for the MAP Black. The standout today is the Swinger DT with a $5,000 gain. The Black is actually, we'll bring that at right now. We have a 12,967.50. This was about an hour ago, but we can actually bring that in right there and show that you can see that the portfolio is actually up $20,000 in real time. For the MAP Black, you see the continuation move, so another $7,000 gain, or 7%. So one could factor that across our portfolios for the gains today, and you have a very nice day. $20,000 gain in the Black, and very nice days for there. So there we are there. Just looking back. Got to move through this. We're really running out of time. We did want to make mention that last week we had mentioned finding this on the internet. One of our clients who's recommended a few friends. His friend was started with $15,000 account and was up to $45,000 or 300%. And he wrote us back that day saying, well, he's actually at 400%. At today's close of $60,000, so a very nice return for his friend there. And his friend, of course, is the leader of the group. They have 4 people, and so very impressive. Just wanted to pass that along to you, and thank you for that email. Interesting, he mentioned that the Elliott Wave confirmed that we should see 760 this week. Don't want to call him out on that, but we hopefully don't see 760 since we just moved our official market timing to bullish. And so far, so good. We're about 100 points above that, going in the correct direction, trying to break above 870 is what we'd like to see. There's the MAP Black. We just showed you that, actually, right there. So up 20,572 today. Very impressive is the Forex today. 35% is the return for the Forex, and we're going to go ahead and move this along. If you guys are interested in subscribing, we do have a promotion right now. Enter promo code VIDEO from any one of the MAPDT versions. If you're interested in the original or the MAPDT version 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 HR, just go ahead and add to cart and enter promo code VIDEO and chat with the support team live at the website www.MiniAnalyst.com or shoot us an email to admin@MiniAnalyst.com, and we hope you guys are having a great trading week. We'll see you next time.